All right, welcome to a long-awaited, CR reviews. Haven't done this in ages. I've been saying I was going to do it, and I hadn't been doing it, but I eventually did it, and could be doing it right now. So we're here, and we got to see The Lion King separate. I mean, we watched this movie pretty much the way we sleep. She in the way back, and I'm up here in the front on the futon. So she way on out watching it at the movie theater with her mom and our daughter, and I watch it here at home, for free, less quality. Decent, very good sound, I would say. I got to hear the audience laugh at points, and somebody put their bag or something in front of the camera, and their arm was in it, their head was in it, and they eventually moved it, and yeah, but I saw it. I told them, I said, look, y'all going to the movie theaters, and I can't, because I'm either going to be too sleep, too dirty, or in the bathroom. It's going to be one of them. So I was like, I'm going to watch it while y'all go. We're going to watch it together, but separate.
And we did.
Yep. And we saw The Lion King, and that movie was great.
It was awesome. They did a wonderful job with this movie.
This movie, look, I'm going to there's spoilers in this. If you don't want spoilers,
then don't listen to this, man.
So
we've been waiting all day to do this.
Here's the first spoiler. They cut out a lot of stuff.
I didn't think they did.
Okay. They cut out Simba being young with Timon and Pumbaa. And it's they're going to the bathroom. We're going to get old walking across this bridge.
They did cut that out.
And the quote-unquote playing, swinging on the vines and laying and then being in the sauna, per se.
The whole Hakuna Matata play.
They did Hakuna Matata but before that.
Yeah.
But, they switched things. They did it.
Had him grow up during Hakuna Matata. That's what they did. Yeah, he grew up.
No! He flashed up.
Yeah.
That was and then they said you grew 400 pounds
during the Yeah, that was awesome.
I was like, they breaking the fourth wall. They like some Deadpool, don't they? Like, you grew 400 pounds. Like, okay, now, okay, let's try to break this movie down little by little, because there's a lot I can say.
But okay, I gotta say this. One thing that I liked about when you get to Timon and Pumbaa's area is that they weren't alone. There were other outcasts.
Yes, because it makes sense.
There should be other people in this vast, beautiful area animals in this area they're in, and they were there. I really like that. Because they were like, hey, that's a lion. They were concerned.
Yep, but that's a lion, man. That's a lion. Okay. Let's start this off.
All right.
The movie starts. There's the epic song in the beginning. I'm like, all right. I took a detour to put some clothes in the washer. Came back. No, I turned off the lights in the bathroom and stuff, the vents and stuff. Came back, 'cause I was like, I know this part. Mm-hmm. And you got the raising of Simba. I didn't see that because I slipped and I had to catch myself, but I got up. I didn't hit the ground, but I was on my way back.
Okay.
I was a little stunned, but I knew what was going on. Because I could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I could, I'm like, I know what scene it should be on. And then Mufasa roll up, and then I am not going to use this like I'm going to talk about who the voice actor is and all their accolades. And I'm not doing that.
But look,
I'm not doing that. But when Mufasa spoke, I was like, holy sh!
Cause they're not gonna have everybody do the same voices. Of course, that makes sense. But it's like, who else is gonna be Mufasa? If the man is still living, he's got to be Mufasa. That's Mufasa.
Look. All right. When he first spoke, I said, "Yes, Lord Vader." I was like, "That's Vader." He came in epic, and I'm like, "Wait a minute." Because you watch the original Lion King, it's like, okay, wow, that's a very majestic voice. Mm-hmm. In this, it's like a dude with a voice like that, with a build like that, and you're gonna defy him? You need to rewrite this. You need to be like, you know what? I plan to go down and do something stupid, but I'm gonna just sit right here. Mm-hmm. That's what happens. That's what should happen. It's like, no, man, no, he big and he got that voice. I gotta sit down. I I can't mess up. And he come back, are you behaving? Yep. Why are you messing up? I don't know, Dad. I'm confused right now. Look, I can't go off and die if you don't mess up.
But Mufasa is a pushover.
Mufasa was a serious pushover
for that Simba of his. He would have to teach my son a lesson. He talked to him, and then they played. It was so sweet.
Zazu, I need to teach my son a lesson. I was like, oh no,
lose some fur.
Nala walk off like, well, you was gonna be king, but you're gonna be dead. So it's like, you know what? I remember somebody that was, very young too. That was really headstrong and got into a lot of scuffles. Gone, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
They ain't talking about me.
Yeah, I'm like, he reached him. It should have been a redo where Mufasa just lived. I'm just saying he should have lived and Scar get beefed up and then fight. Because Scar is scraggly.
Scar is scraggly and no, like in the original Scar was thin. They were able to make him scraggly.
Yes.
He was thin. His fur was all mottled and dirty looking. His face was all scratched up.
Scar looked like he lived like a hyena.
And they added different illusions in here they didn't before. Like, we learned that he challenged Mufasa for king. And lost.
Yep. And his woman was like, I'm going to be with him. Why? Because he just whooped you. So it made sense for Scar to be like, he gone. I'm here. Go ahead, lay down. Let me bite your neck.
And she's like, no neck biting up in here. You don't look much more well off than them damn hyenas over there.
Yeah, but I bought him here. What can you know what I can do to you? It's like, now here's the thing. They all, I'm getting ahead of myself. Because this movie, I'm all over the place. And that's how we're going to do our reviews. We ain't going to, Mufasa's intro, awesome. Mm-hmm. Scar, they made Scar, okay, they did kind of revamp Scar.
Yeah.
Scar was not the sniveling, conniving little thing that, I'm going to do this to you. No, he
wasn't like that in the original.
In the original, it's, wouldn't you like to do this? Oh, it'd be so nice. It was this kind of weird pageantry he had. This kind of Loki style pageantry.
Yeah.
In this one, it was very outright suggestive and actually clever. Mm-hmm. It didn't sound, because if I wasn't abreast of who and what Scar was, and I'm Simba, I would have fell for it too. Yes. I know that.
Because it's all about the presentation.
That's why I say they revamped him.
It's a different choice of the person who portrayed him.
Why don't you go down to the graveyard and just have a little fun? Who's going to stop? You're the king. Opposed to, there is a place you can go. It's different. It's how the presentation. And his song, Be Prepared.
Be Prepared.
I was like, this dude is going places.
Jeremy Irons did Scar in the original. And his voice is just extremely different, of course. Yes. And it was more persuasive. There was a smoothness to it.
In this one, he still had it.
But there was more scorn.
Yes.
When he did this. Yeah.
There was that.
To portray more scorn.
It was not someone trying to con someone of equal stature. This one was, I know I'm seen as wiser than you, and I'm going to use it. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to do the whole song and dance he just did it. Mm-hmm. I like that. And that's what in the original, he was already in leads with the dang hyenas.
Yeah.
And see, in this one, he wasn't. Mm-hmm. He rolled up and I was like, man, now you're going to reveal that you've been working with him the whole time. They're like, oh, that's Mufasa. They're like, what? He's like, we kind of outnumber, homie. And it's like, when we work together, I was like, oh, snap, this is the, mm-hmm. I was like, this is good.
This is what swayed them to his side.
Yes, because before it was like they just working with him.
Yeah, like they were hanging out all the time. Yeah, they were sniveling together.
Now, yeah, we're gonna skip around because it makes me think and stuff. Because the way they did Mufasa's death, I sent a text. I was like, y'all gonna be all messed up. And I said, I'm choked up over here because how they did it. They showed Simba doing the climb and all this. And they could use his point of view, he couldn't see his father.
He
He couldn't see what was really going on.
Mm-mm.
He could see that his dad got to the top. He could see that he was right there, then he fell off. He just couldn't see what did it.
Yeah.
He could see that final little detail that means so much. And I like how, no, dad or something. He yelled, he did the whole little pan out, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So, okay, good. And he's like, what have you done? I was like, oh, he gaslighting him.
Oh,
I mean, he gaslighting the hell out of him.
That was a master gaslighter.
Yes. What have you done? And you know what? They should have added this. You killed my brother. That would have been good. But then I was like, okay, no, he's gonna save it for the end because it's all it's political. And then at the end, I really thought it was gonna be someone who killed my brother and just sounds so passionate. But Mufasa showed it took a lot to take him down.
A whole lot.
And I remember thinking, how many wildebeest are there?
That makes you just dislike wildebeest. Y'all just running to be running. Everybody else has some common sense. Then one wildebeest look around and think, what the hell are we running from?
Somebody had to say, wait. Why are we running? Well, there was a lion back there. Is he still there? Has anyone hollered, he bit me? No.
Did the hyenas get any of us? So we can just stop this.
I'm like, what in the world? So Mufasa, in that show when he, normally, I think in the original, he just got knocked off and then he's gone.
No. The exact same.
Oh, so they even showed the body and stuff. Oh, see, I never saw that version.
Yeah,
we got the Lion King, and I know it must be in there.
It is.
But when I watched it on way back then on HBO and all this stuff, they showed Simba walk around like he's looking at something, but he doesn't speak, and he's just like, "Where are you?" And then he just stops, and then it goes to him talking to Scar.
Oh yeah, he goes up to him and he's pushed him with his head. Come on, Dad. Wake up! It's time to go home. That part was more heart-wrenching in the original.
Oh man! You know what?
I didn't get messed up at this part in this one.
No, in this one it was bad. See, I don't remember the original, and maybe hey people, I probably blocked it out. Some things I just can't deal with.
And the character actor for Simba, when he's saying that, you can hear his voice breaking as the need to cry is rising, and it's such a little thing, and it's just rougher for me in the original.
I still like this.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, the original was more words, and maybe honestly, there's a chance that they cut it out. They probably did like the original, but they had to cut it out for certain things. Maybe like when they had to cut out Janet Jackson's scene because it got too real in whatever movie it was when she she lost her.
They redid it when because she lost her shit while she was doing it, but then they redid it. They did another retake or something.
Yeah, because they was like, we can't show this because it's gonna
I've seen it so many times and it's in there. I don't know why they would cut that out. I mean, it was a Disney movie. When the creatures start dropping dead, they make sure the kids see it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The hyenas, when they came onto the scene,
they were scary.
They were scary, but more enticing to the eyes. The originals, they just look scraggly and false menacing. These look like the kind where they look so menacing you can't help but to look. And I love when they came onto the scene, I was like, oh, they're hyenas. Then I heard that howl, that little yelp, and that laughter. That the laughter of a hyena to express stress, nervousness.
They also had that other sound too that you don't associate with hyenas.
And I'm just like that moment. I was like, I'm in here. I was full bore in.
When someone was running through the tunnels and those mouths kept coming through the hole, that was scary.
It was.
If I was a kid, I would have been like, ah!
On mine, it paused at a moment where they crashed through the side and Simba hit his body against the wall and his ears went back. It paused. I was like, oh, his little face. And it kept running. I was like, Sidra's got to be a little part of Sidra's going, oh, he's so cute.
It was going too fast.
But his mind paused. It was skipping a little bit. And he and Nala are playing.
Nala, it was really
Nala,
cute.
I was like, oh, little cuz, they all tussling and you get the and
Pinji.
Yeah, Pinji again. Never.
All in the face.
Yeah.
I'm all in his face.
They did such a marvelous job. Timon and Pumbaa. At first, when I saw Pumbaa, I was like, and my first instinct was, hey, man, you don't look like Pumbaa. And I thought, that's a warthog.
That's a warthog. He's so ugly, he's cute.
I was like, that's Pumbaa.
All his wiry hair and stuff. Yeah.
They caught all. They got the. They didn't have to put it in, but the little fine hairs hanging off the sides of the bottom of his mouth. They didn't have to put that in there, but they did.
And Timon had him acting like a meerkat. Oh, so many times he was reclining back, just scratching himself, and scratching.
I like when he was running down here and he goes, ah! That his mouth open. Ah! I was like, Sidra had to crack up at that one. Oh man, I was back seat texting while I was watching the movie.
Yes, I'm in the movie. Boing, boing. I'm like, what? He knew I'm in the movie. What's this? Messages. So it's like, Mom, turn off your phone.
And then I'm sitting here, I'm talking during the movie, and y'all ain't gonna like me with watch the movie because I'm talking. Every time there's a tiny lull, I'm talking, or I'll say something real quick and I get quiet, you know, because I want to hear what's gonna happen. But y'all really like me, man. But I enjoyed this movie so much. I keep saying it because normally when you see a remake, it kind of bombs.
Yeah.
Remake, like there's Child Play out. I wonder. That's how I feel. And then I'm not really interested.
It all depends on who did it. If Blumhouse Production did it, I want to see it.
Yeah, Blumhouse. Yeah, they do it. We haven't checked all that stuff yet.
Okay. So Nala gets away, and I love this scene when Nala gets away because it don't make doesn't make Scarlet like he's resting back on his laurels.
Yeah, it's like he's still watching. He's observant.
Yeah. And then Zazu sacrificed himself so she could escape because he was finna catch her.
Okay, when we was watching, we're gonna do this one because I was like, Zazu sounds like he could be John Oliver. He looks like John Oliver.
I did the same thing. I was like, he looks like John Oliver.
Like, he looks like John Oliver.
And it was.
You picture John Oliver, his voice, that's Zazu. It's such a perfect match. It's just perfect.
I like the story he started getting into when he started as one in their family. One of my cousins was a woodpecker.
He was beating his head on the tree.
Our beaks aren't made for that. He was concussed all the time.
And you're gone. Okay, and he flies off after him. I love the interaction of every single character. There's more interaction in this than the original. The original, it was kind of streamlined. Who is going to be with who? Pair them off. And Zazu is here and out, barely in the movie. In this, he was in it almost like half the time.
I like the way Nala and Simba ditch Zazu.
They did the whole song and dance.
Yeah, because in the original, it's they end up in a big animal pyramid and they
all fall over. And then they get away.
That's not going to happen.
In this, it was kind of like that.
But it was.
But the birds took them away.
And a hodgepodge of animals. They're all around the animal feed and stuff. And yeah.
It was
did a good job.
They did the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just can't wait to be you. That's basically what it should have been.
Yeah.
They did the song, and I was like, some of these animals should be like, why we out here, man? Why did we follow him? I know he's the future king, but he is not the king. And even then, when we really follow the king to a place where we can't get away, and that joke Zazu threw in there, I don't know if anyone caught it, doing his news report, 2 giraffes were caught necking.
Yeah. There was another one that was in there, too. I can't remember what it was. But right before the 2 giraffes caught necking, it was...
When I heard that one, the others, when I barely heard anything else, I was too busy laughing. I was too busy laughing. And then, we got to lure them out. How are we going to do that? With live bait. Yeah, we're going to use live bait.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah, and the audience, and they showed everyone that serious stare up. It's your ass that's going out. When they showed that, the audience was laughing. I was in there like, I can't even be upset with this. They was in there laughing. It was that laugh where they're laughing but trying to be quiet while laughing. And I'm serious, that I might have to get a screenshot of that because that was a funny expression. They was like, you gonna die, and it's 4 cars. You might as well make peace with it. That's how
Okay, so in Timon and Pumbaa's world,
what was Simba's mama's name? You can remember?
Sarabi.
Sarabi. I got a bone to pick with her. I'm beefing with Sarabi.
Okay, what did Sarabi do?
She messed up.
What did she do?
She didn't. She. It's at the end of the movie. You want me to go there already?
I think I know what you're talking about, but okay, we'll get to that. So they're in Timon and Pumbaa's wonderful world, and they're singing "The Lion Sleep Tonight," and it's awesome. And what makes it even more awesome is that the other animals start getting in with all the various sounds, and so by the time the scene comes to an end, they're in the full-blown jam session.
Yes.
That Nala interrupts. I was like, oh man, they was groovy.
She rolled up in there like, I am hungry and this is happening. Somebody call his mom and tell him about what's about to happen. I'm gonna feast. I'm hungry. And then Simba come in and bulldozes her over. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how you get the surprise attack and then lose? Only because she pinned him grill first. Nala? Simba?
Anyway, she kind of should when she's a lioness. She do a whole lot more hunting than he do.
Lioness, it's strange. Lioness have better hunting prowess, but not fighting prowess, if that makes any sense.
Because he hasn't had any fighting practice.
No, he's never. Mm-mm. And that's one thing that, there's some lessons in this that makes it so that children shouldn't watch it because they just ain't going to get it. You know, Simba, just like most of these self-entitled jerkwads, he's like, I'm going to get what I want and I can do what I want just because I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be king. I do what I want. You can't do anything to me. I'm king. What the?
Yeah.
What? Seriously? You know, it's like, Dad, I'm going to be king. I shouldn't be afraid of anything. It's like,
and
I was
Mufasa
afraid.
was always trying to tell him, look, it ain't all like that.
Yep.
Being king is not all do what you want to do and lay under the rock all day.
Simba was Day. It's like, man, it ain't nothing like that. It's something like that.
No, it ain't nothing like
Nothing like that. You know, now, I want to get this off my chest. Now, what's the woman's name again? Sarabi. All right. This is at the end, y'all, near the end. How in the world Scar gonna roll up in there and just say, politically, it must be me that rules? And everyone's like, yeah, all right, Donald Trump. It's like, I'm gonna rule this land and I'm gonna suck it dry. And it's gonna be what it is. And there's gonna be a pecking order. All right, Donald Trump. You must fear me. All right, Donald Trump. Because that's all Scar was.
Yeah.
And then the land is jacked up. No water, no food. It's barren, just like the hyenas, because they ate everything out where nothing wants to go there and graze and crap to make new grass or anything. So that's what happened. Mm-hmm. And what? How long was he gone? Probably about, 15 years?
It don't take that long for a lion to get full grown, do it?
No, but he must have just hit maturity, full maturity. So probably about 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years they decimated it.
Mm-hmm.
3 years. So they accept him. Mm-hmm. They're all there. All the lionesses are there. Mm-hmm. All right. Not one time. It should have been like this. I guess I'm king. No, we know what you're gonna do. Get out. It's all of us against you. What you gonna do about it? Who hunts? Think about this, y'all. They didn't go over this in the movie, and if they did, it would have killed the gimmick of the movie. The lionesses hunt and bring it back to the den.
It is no different than real lionesses. They got a man, he's handling things, everybody's happy. Another dude show up, whoop his ass. They ain't got to kill him. Whoop his ass.
And then kill the children.
And what do?
They start mating. It's like, we give in.
So, the only thing different is they put in more of bloodline in it.
They put in some reasoning that contradicts all of that. That's why I got a bone to pick. I'm beefing with her. I'm beefing with her.
Okay,
I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter.
I'm missing it.
All right. Later on now, after what I said, after the people who listen, if they listen to this far, they're probably like, I see where he going. But what happened? What happened? They sit there and don't defend watch it go into decay. You're going to be my woman. No, you'll be mine. No. Bitch, get over here. I told you no. You ain't Mufasa. You ain't my real man. And then they start fighting. All right. Simba come in. Get off my mama. Get off my mama. And then she's like, son, you're alive? Yeah. He's alive. He killed your man. How you like me? How you like me now? Is this true? Yeah. He admits it. Oh shit, he didn't have a choice now, did he? Mm-hmm. But then, or if he said no, he'd be like, he denies it. So you can't get away from that kind of, evilness. So then, he's like, I'm going to do this. It's like, but everyone thinks that I'm king. You do realize this. But I'm here. And it's like, you want to get to Simba, you have to go through us. I'm like, oh, now y'all get a backbone.
That was Nala.
That was Nala. It don't matter. It's a lioness.
No, it does matter because
they all joined in with her. I got the wrong one. I got the wrong lioness.
But when they joined in. Yes. With Nala was
the lioness, they all look alike.
They do. When Nala, when everything went down, Nala was just a handful of cat. But then when she was older, she was like, we should do something. They're like, nah, we just gotta wait. Our time's gonna come. And she's like, man,
no,
so she left.
Okay, yeah. Still. None of them girls had a backbone, but then one speak up because the guy is there now. Mufasa's son is there. You want him, you got to go through us. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. No. You wanted him, you got to go through all of us, and they all join in all of a sudden. I'm like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you will protect this one dude that just so happened to be alive instead of protecting the entire legit circle of life that you had? That don't make sense. I'm being straight up, Sidra. It's like someone saying, look, I'm going to come to your home, and I'm going to blow it up, and y'all going to have to just live out on the grass.
It's just like Black Panther.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Disney stuff in this.
Dude come in, kills Black Panther, and Lupita's character like, all right, we got to break camp, we got to fight, and Michonne's character is like, no, I can't do that. And she's like, why? She done killed Black Panther.
Because I am loyal to this throne, no matter who sits in it. I'm like, oh, crap. And I was like, that's some loyalty for you. But that ain't what this is.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't, because this was, Mufasa's gone, I'm in charge, all right. Simba's back, you know what? You want to kill the king, you got to go through us. I'm like, put his ass up there. Get him up there. Be like, you want him. Wait a minute. Why are y'all protecting him? This is supposed to be a struggle. This is a fight between men. Sit your woman ass down. That's basically what it's throwing out there. So, why didn't they do that? Why would they not defend the whole land? Because they got cubs. Somebody's got to be a boy.
I don't know. I ain't seen no cubs.
There was a few cubs up there.
I ain't seen no cubs. I just saw angry lionesses.
I only had like 70% of a screen, and I saw the cubs.
I saw the cubs originally, but when Scar was up there eating wildebeest, and the
don't know where he got that. Well, they got it. They got it for him.
Yeah, it was just them laying around. I didn't see no
cubs. I swear I saw a couple of cubs, or maybe some big paws.
Watch it again.
Dad, get off my shoe. That's a dirty shoe.
Okay.
It's too good for your foot.
What?
Why would they not defend the land? They had the chance to defend the land, but they wouldn't.
Because the defender of the land mostly is the king. And they back the king up.
But then the king comes in. They ain't back him up. They defended him. They tried to defend him.
I'm talking about overall.
It's bitch made. It's real bitch made.
It's bitch made for a male to come in, kill your male, eat your children, and you reproduce with them. I think that's bitch made, but I'm not going to be reprogramming lions.
Hey, no, when it comes to real life, the only reason why they do that, and I get it, is because lionesses are driven to increase the pride way more than the males.
We'll have to visit the writers then.
I'm just saying, I'm like, look, I'll be like, y'all want to defend me. Look what you let him do to the land.
And maybe it's not just that, because okay, so it was like 6 or 7 lionesses, right?
Yup.
How many hyenas did he have? Can you even count how many hyenas
in all honesty, there should have been over probably 100 hyenas.
They would not have won.
No, they wouldn't have won.
So it's like...
So wait a minute. They wouldn't have won, but you add a lion and they do win?
Yeah, that was their driving force. I'm not saying it makes sense, but people put their bravery in all kinds of shit.
It ain't about bravery. It's about the ability to actually win. Now, Timon and Pumbaa took away about, 20 hyenas?
Yeah, and then the baboon came and took away at least 10.
That still leaves about 30.
They were fighting.
And
some of the hyenas were like this. They probably got kicked off. Was like, you know what? I ain't going back up there.
Why not? Why go back? They probably died.
Some died. I like how after Mufasa came in and rescued Simba, when they went back to the hyenas before Scar showed up, they were licking their wounds like,
yep. I think it did better in this movie. Simba's like, ah! You hear that? Mm-hmm. Do it again. Roar! It's like, oh! I was like, big dude showed up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is when the collective brick drop out. Yeah. First you say it, then you do it.
Rafiki. I like Rafiki.
Which one's Rafiki?
The baboon.
The baboon, okay.
Rafiki was played by the actual South African, the voice actor who did him. So he was probably speaking a lot of his native language because he was saying something oftentimes and you don't understand what he was saying. Only thing that I like better is the it just appeals to me. Rafiki in the original, he did a lot of hollering.
He did, but not in this one.
No, not in this one. He was much more composed.
He was like a sage in this one. Yeah. He was like an actual sage, not a weird, whimsical one, you know. And the original, he did a lot of running and talking. In this one, he was quiet. Then he dropped down and it scared me. Mm-hmm. I was like...
Scared her too.
Yep. I was like, man.
Okay, so from the time...
I got my beef out, though. I don't think nobody understands me. Y'all should just agree with me because of reasons.
Okay. Okay, so Simba loses himself in the water. He finally sees Mufasa. I love the way they
I didn't see that part.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't know what happened. I think I was probably coming back here to get away from the heat.
Okay, and then he looks up in the clouds. I love the way they did showing Mufasa in the clouds because you had to look. They didn't make it obvious for you.
I was looking, but the screen was kind of grainy.
Whenever it was all these massive clouds, but when the lightning struck, you could see his features.
I saw the mane when the lightning was striking. I could see the mane.
You could see the eyes and some of the muzzle. I like the way they did that. I believe you. And then, let's see what. Okay, so he asks him. He realizes who he is. Simba, son of Mufasa. He finds his roar, which was awesome.
Yes. Like a T-Rex.
And then he leaves, and right at that time, as soon as he leaves, the song kicks in. Spirit, the song that Beyonce did, she did a phenomenal job on that song. I was done. It was Niagara Falls. They had me.
I'm going to be honest with you. That scene, it washed over me. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not that anyone did a bad job. Mm-hmm. It's not. This is going to sound weird. The reason it washed over me is because it was too well put together. It just felt right. You're just in it. You're the you know, and I was honestly what made it wash over me also was the fact that Mufasa, hearing him and hearing his last words, I'm like, I'm fucked up.
I was fucked up. It had me.
I was fucked up.
He roared and I was done.
I couldn't really hear the rest. I heard the roar, and then he started running. I was like, "Go get him, man!"
And that music kicked in. I was done. I think I was teary-eyed to the end of the movie after that.
If I was, it wouldn't have lasted long.
And then when he was running, the music finally calms down, and he shotguns past Nala, and then he stops. She was moving real slow, like, man, it's fucked up shit I'm going back to, crossing the desert.
Like, I don't want to go home. It's like she went outside, found her friends, did something stupid, they done ran away, and she got to go home knowing that her mom know the truth. That's how she was walking.
She was walking real slow.
When I get old walking across this desert, it won't always a desert.
But yeah, that so had me. It was so perfectly done.
I love the fight scene, and I'm gonna tell you why. It didn't look crappy. I didn't see anything that looked stupid. I didn't see anything that didn't make sense. The way the lions fought were not cartoony. It was like an actual lion
fight. Yeah.
I've seen the mess. I've seen it many times. It looked legit. I have seen hyenas trying to bite through a lion's hide, can't do it and get swatted. I've seen that. I used to watch nature documentaries like crazy. I just grew up seeing it on there, and I'm like, I ain't going out near no lion. I've always appreciated those that was dumb enough to do it, so I could appreciate what I can see about lions.
That's true.
Y'all dumb, but thank you. Yeah, thank you. You earned that money. I get paid $5 million to. You know what? Give them 6.
Because I ain't going out.
I ain't going out there, and I would like to see this stuff. That's how I feel. I raised myself to be, survivalist. I want to make it.
Living and breathing.
I had a slip, but that was a slip, and that's it. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. The fight scene, the lightning, the fire. Honestly, you could map it perfectly with the cartoon, the original cartoon. They did a very great job at redoing this. They took out a whole, will you marry me? Say what? And they go through the whole thing. They try to do the be my guest.
Yeah, from Beauty and the Beast to distract the hyenas.
Be my guest. Gone. I was like, oh, snap. He was gone. They was on him. I was like, this is just. I was too mesmerized at how accurate and great they were to the cartoon, and then leaving stuff out of the 2D cartoon that would help flow, because some things just wouldn't make sense,
dressed up in drag and do the hula.
Yes, doing the hula and hanging around in the vines and stuff.
I know that scene will always be funny because they were dancing their asses off and looking terrified.
Yes. That OSL look, that oh shit look. Yeah, he said that in a long time.
Oh, I also love, because after that they ran. Timon and Pumbaa ran. They kept running well until after the fight started. Then they stopped. I think we lost him, but they didn't lose.
No,
him.
they got in front of him.
They called him chubby, and that was it.
Yep. I'll run from a hyena, but I will not run from a bully. You got your system? Yeah. That was it. The audience was laughing. They was laughing. They was like, "Did you get it out? Yep. You feel better? Yep." I was like, yeah. Did the one that did Pumbaa's voice before? Was it the same guy? Because it sounded different.
Pumbaa was Seth Rogen.
Ah, okay. Just glowing reviews. Glowing reviews.
It was incredible.
I can't even think of a thing I didn't like. Normally there's movies I'm like, oh, this is so dumb. They cut out the dumb stuff. Now Simba was an idiot, but I like how he kept saying, I just want to prove myself. I want to show that I can do it too. And I'm like, oh man. All the conversations that Mufasa had with his son, I honestly had those with my own daughter. He's like, what? Like, daughter, so was like, you don't get afraid of anything. And I was like, I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. How you think I live?
And just like
people who aren't afraid go head first into danger. Like the explosion that had happened. The person it's a leak and then the building might explode. We need to leave. And someone just, I don't believe that. And then what happened? The building exploded and they died.
Yep.
You know why? Because they were not afraid. They are not in check with their mortality.
And Simba, he was a typical kid. He heard everything his father was ever telling him. And he exhibited that later on in life. It's just right then, right in the moment.
It's like, I want to do this.
Yes. I can do this too. I can be like Dad. Yeah.
Like, I got to roar. Really? You hear yourself? That don't sound like your father. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, you'll never feel your father's shoes. The shoe half the size of the floor of the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, what in the world? I guess we're near the end of this.
Yeah.
We're probably leaving a lot of stuff out.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's so much in this movie that we like. So much. I could watch it again and again. And come out when it come out on disc. We're getting it. If you get, I'm not gonna download it. I want it so I can put it on any computer.
Yeah.
You download it.
It was that good.
It's worth it. It's worth it. I ain't gonna say where to watch it free online, but you can find it. You can find it. You get to laugh with the audience and all that other good stuff. It was fun. It was sad. It was I cry when I see triumph. Certain triumph.
Yeah, the triumph.
I didn't have that for this, and because the triumph comes obviously after you get the territory back.
No,
that's kind of the end game of it. But for me, him, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, they did so much Moana in this. Remember who you are. It's like, oh, okay, I'm Simba of Tahiti. Fuck, that's what it was. I was like, Moana. That's what I also watched it because I heard that. I heard the Moana in it. Which I break tears every time I watch that movie, so I had to stop. I'm like, I watch it, I keep crying, I'm all happy. So that's that's how I feel though.
We haven't seen it. We haven't seen Mulan. They're doing a live action Mulan with all Asians.
Okay, so we gotta watch Mulan.
Yeah, we got.
And then we haven't seen it. When I wanted to see it, she was like, "Yeah," and then we didn't. And I was like, "You still want to see it?" Yeah. And then when after all these years, and it was on Netflix, it was like, "You want to watch, Mulan?" Yeah. And then we wouldn't watch it. And then it's like, it's here. We can watch it. Yeah. And then we don't. So now we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. You know how many times I rented that video when I was in school for us to watch. We ended up doing other things.
That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault at all. I don't remember anything about a movie.
I know you don't.
I remember allergies. I don't know what else happened. Sneezing, itchy eyes all red and bloodshot and
I remember what else happened.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you know.
Girl, don't be talking about that. This is a goddamn kids show. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Mess with my Mala beads. I don't know anyone named Mala right now.
Right now.
All right. So I think that's all. Look, what did you all think about The Lion King? Hey, if you make a video, put the link down there below. Or if you don't think it's going to show up through in the chat because of some kind of blocker or something like that, you can send it to questioncr@gmail.com. Talk to me there if you want, or you can put a link up there for me, Twitter at @C_reasoning. That's my Twitter. All that stuff. Final thing is, and this is not a shield because I'm not making money off of them. I'm not.
Good.
But www.tinyurl.com/crbanking that you've been seeing on screen. If you've been looking at the screen, check that out. Join them, deposit your $25 and get $25. Open up, a savings account, just read it and whatnot. And, better banking for better people. How about that? We're going to get out of here. This has been Cedric and Sidra for CR Reviews of The Lion King 2019. Thank you for listening.